The campaign for the White House is more and more about battlegrounds, big bucks, and early ballots tonight. And a former president has entered the fray as the two sides strain for every advantage. White House correspondent Yamiche Alcindor reports.
The waning days of a presidential campaign, and for the candidates, no end to the work to be done. Today, the focus for both sides, North Carolina, where more than 2 million voters have already cast their ballots. That's nearly 3 times more than at the same point in 2016. In Asheville, Democratic vice presidential nominee Kamala Harris urged voters to keep that going.
13 days to go, and we cannot spare a minute, sister and brothers. We cannot spare a minute. We're talking about an election that is taking place right now where over 20 million Americans have voted.
This evening, President Trump also headed to the state for a large-scale rally at an airport just outside of Charlotte. His opponent, however, stayed off the campaign trail. For a third straight day, former Vice President Joe Biden has been holed up, preparing for his final debate with President Trump. It's planned for tomorrow night in Nashville. Instead, this evening in Philadelphia, his former boss, President Barack Obama, stumped for him at a community roundtable and later at a drive-in rally. It was Obama's first in-person appearance on behalf of Biden this year. It was aimed at upping enthusiasm among black voters.
If you do not vote, you are not at the table.
Donald J. Trump.
President Trump was also in Pennsylvania last night. He flipped the state in 2016. And during his visit to Erie County, he admitted he once saw the county as a shoo-in until the pandemic happened.
There's no way I was coming. I didn't have to. I would have called you and said, hey, Erie, if you have a chance, get out. But we had this thing won.
Now, without an easy path to re-election, the Trump campaign is trying to hit a number of key states in the days ahead. This evening, Vice President Pence traveled to Cincinnati, Ohio, after spending some time in Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
In this election, come November 3rd, it's going to be a choice between a Trump recovery and a Biden depression.
But the Trump campaign is trailing Biden when it comes to funding. New filings with the Federal Election Commission show the Democratic nominee entered the month with a stunning $177 million on hand. That is nearly triple the $63 million held by President Trump. And with just 13 days until the election, the nation's political divisions gave rise to a dangerous new development. A federal criminal complaint filed today said a man in Frederick, Maryland, has been arrested for threatening to kidnap and kill Biden and Harris earlier this month. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Yamiche Alcindor.